Well, over the last year, I've had some problems that I've had to overcome. I like to look at them as obstacles, and I feel it's good to learn from your mistakes, perhaps, if you want to call them that, or problems. And I think a lot of the personal emotion came into the music this time around more than ever. I felt I was going against a lot of odds due to the fact that there was very negative press and a lot of people literally trying to drag my name as a person and as a band through the mud. And I feel like I'm back on top of things, and I feel I've bettered myself through what I had to do. And I feel the album definitely conveys a certain message. I'd like to think that this is a whole new start for Death with a new record and hopefully a new outlook people have on me and the band in general. And, I'm happy that we finally have a video. I think videos are important for people to see the visual aspect of a person rather than just hearing it on an album. So I'd like to think this is hopefully a start of something, that's going to happen again. I would like to do another one, definitely. I lost my previous lineup. I went directly to friends who I've known for years, being Paul Masvidal and a guy named Sean Reinert from a band called Cynic out of Florida. And I also made a phone call to another friend of mine out in California from a band called Sadus, a friend of mine, Steve. And it was just the logical choice. These were people I trusted and that didn't lose faith in me as a person. They didn't judge me while it seemed like the rest of the world was. So they were luckily highly professional in what they do also. So it was a great combination of friends and top-notch musicians, and I felt that they could definitely enhance the sound of Death. I think that's exactly what happened. I consider the name to definitely be just a name. When I chose it, like about 8 years ago or whatever, I wanted a name to describe the music, an extreme name for extreme music, and it's just a name to me. I'm a very positive person towards life, towards friendship, towards love, towards, all certain things that we're made up as being human. So definitely, it's a drastic name, and definitely I think people look at you a certain way, and it's something I guess I just have to tell people about, so they realize that I'm not satanic because I'm in a band called Death, and I'm not a violent person or anything. I'm just a person who has a name of a band, and I'm trying to just make everything fit together. It wouldn't work having a band called Pink Flowers. It just definitely would contradict what the sound we're creating is. Reality is far more brutal than a demon, tearing someone's heart out. That just does not happen in life. I see no demons around me. I think if there's evil, it's people. There's cruel people out there. Evil is real on earth, what I'm saying? And there's things to write about in life that I think people can relate to. I'd rather put an album out that someone can read a song and say, wow, yeah, I kind of think about that once in a while, or yeah, I feel that same way, or maybe not even feel the same way, but share the interest in the topic. Death will always remain a growing band because I think there's definitely too much of a limit being put on death metal right now with this big rise in satanic stuff and just brutal lyrics for the sake of being brutal rather than putting some thought into and trying to conquer what people already think of heavy metal and death metal or hard rock in general. So I feel like I won't put a limit on this, and I want to keep continuing to grow as a musician and as a person in life, and to try to put into the music what I learned, so to speak. Compel myself with the